I've lived near this trail for a few years now and I've never seen where it goes. I'm curious to find out. The problem is that most trails obviously aren't built for wheelchairs. So today, I'm gonna go find out to see how far I can make it.
So I just arrived at this little park that is about, I don't know, half a mile away from where I live. And I've been living here for over 4 years. And I come here and record often, so you might see some familiar, landscapes around here. But there's this trail that starts at the top of the park that I want to go explore. I've always loved hiking. That's something that I can never do, obviously, because of the wheelchair. Most trails are not wheelchair accessible. That would defeat the point in many ways, I would think. And obviously my chair is not made for hiking, but I think if the gravel or if the dirt is solid enough, I can go farther down that trail and see where it leads. And I just want to go check it out, see how far I can get. I don't want to get stuck, obviously. I don't want to have any issues and have to call somebody or tip over and fall and hurt myself, and it could be a mess. But obviously I'm going to be very careful, but I do want to check it out because I think it'd be cool if I can get out there and just go into a little bit of the wilderness right here in the middle of town. So let's go check it out. But at first I want to show you what I'm talking about in Google Maps.
All right guys, so this is the park where I'm at. I'm that little blue dot, and I want to go up this little trail, which I've already traveled all the way up here, and it has some really nice views. You can see downtown San Diego, and I'll show you. I want to see how far I can go down this path, because there's a Y right here, and there's a trail that goes right, and I probably won't be able to go that one. It seems like it's more rugged and difficult to get through. But I want to check out, see if this trail over here, I want to see if it's flat, and I want to see if the gravel and the dirt is compact enough so that I can get further down the road or down the trail. I don't know how far I can get. I'm gonna go very slow. I'm gonna show you kind of how it looks and see what happens. I just want to check it out.
This is the start of that trail that I showed you on the little map. It goes around, it wraps around this nice little park here. And at the top of this first section of the trail is where the terrain starts getting a little rugged, but you can get some really cool views of downtown, even though today is a little bit hazy. But I'm gonna try to get you some views from there, but this should not be a problem the first 50 or 60 yards. So let's go. All right, so this part of the trail is pretty compact. It's pretty smooth, so my chair is not having any issues, and it hasn't in the past. It's almost like there's water running here every day, so it gets really compact and people walk by, and then there's also tire marks, so I think people ride their bikes and so on and so forth. So it's pretty compact. So I'm gonna get up to the top. I want to show you the sand though, the soil, how compact it is, but I want to get to the top and then do another evaluation. But I want to show you the trail and just how steep it is, which is no issue at all. But I want to show you at the top of how it looks. So we're almost getting there. All right, so this is almost the top, but I'm a little hesitant to go forward here because it seems like there's a lot. It's very sandy all the way up there. I can't point with my thumb, but anyway, you see where that sunlight is at the top of this little hill. It's not as steep, but I think I can make it up there, and then I'll go and see what happens from there. All right, let's try this. All right, I need to do this with speed, so here we go. Let's get up to the hill first. It's a little bit sandy, a little bit loose. But the wheelchair has good traction. Now over here, it's a lot more solid. It's good. I think I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna get all the way to the top. Some cool people with bikes. All right, I'm at that Y point that I mentioned. And yeah, just like I thought, I think that the narrower path is gonna be harder. I'm gonna show you right now. And then there's a wider path that I think I can go down a little bit. Kind of creepy, because I don't know what's out there. I'm gonna show you. Let me show you the two paths. So I think I'm probably gonna go that way. Seems it's wide, and I can tell that the sand, actually the dirt, it's pretty compact. But this is the area that I think I definitely cannot go. And I can tell that the soil is, I'm on pretty good soil. Yeah, but that one right there is super sketchy for me. I cannot do that one. And people in bikes ride that way. I'm not gonna go. I wish I could, if I had like one of these wheelchairs that have the tracks, that'd be awesome, but I don't think I can do that. But let me go the opposite way. It should be fun. I can get probably some good views of the sunset. I'll fire the drone and see if we can see downtown San Diego, so I'm gonna keep going. All right, looks like there's a lot more compact soil over here that I can traverse. See, I want to see how close I can get to those paths over there. I don't want to get stuck all the way up here. I'm starting to see some soil that looks sketchy, so I don't know if I want to keep going. I think I can jump this little hump. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this is still good. Yeah, so these are like mountain biking trails. That one right there straight, you probably won't see it because of the sunlight. And then there's this one over here, another one. I don't know if, yeah, you see it right there. That one right there. So let me fire up the drone, see what shots we can get. But hopefully we can get some good views. All right, so already I think this has been a freaking successful adventure here. I'm like quarter of a mile away from my car. It's not even far. This is fun. This is fun. Gets my mind off of just the hustle and bustle of life, and it got me here in the middle of freaking nowhere, in the city, so I'm close to home. So I mean, it wouldn't be like a terrible emergency, but I don't want to get stuck. So I'm gonna fire up the drone, and then see what I can see with the drone, show you a little bit of kind of the surrounding areas and how it looks. And then I'm gonna just head back. I might consider going down this path, the one on the left, but I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to push my limits. I might want to have somebody with me and go down that path for now. But let me fire up the drone, see what happens, and see what we can see, and then go from there. All right, guys, so I thought about it. I'm not gonna go down that path. I just don't want to screw up. It's already been a super successful little tiny micro adventure. This beautiful weather, beautiful sights. You know, I can hear the highway, which is fine, but man, it's nice to be out like in nature. There's trees everywhere, and just a little sense of adventure. It's amazing. All right, so I'm just gonna head back, guys. We're gonna get to that sandy patch down there. That's the only part that I was kind of concerned about, but I think downhill my wheelchair will handle it nicely. But I'm running out of battery. I need to come back and explore that second leg of that trail, see if I can go down a little bit without getting myself stuck. Let's do this. I'm gonna go down the sandy part again. Oh, that's woo! Holy crap. All right, I made it back. Made it back to the solid dirt, man. All right, that was fun. I feel like I'm tired. I didn't even hike. You're probably gonna say, why are you tired? Man, it's the adrenaline. There's some adrenaline flowing through my body right now, and it's exciting. But anyway, I guess the moral of the story, I don't even know kind of what it is. I guess it's about you know, just going for things, knowing your limits, number one. But just because you have some sort of disability or some sort of limitation doesn't mean you need to stop exploring, stop going out, stop living life and doing things. I think that's it. You know, nothing more, nothing less. Hopefully you enjoyed this little ride, and you know, just gonna enjoy the view.
For a long time after my injury, I thought that certain adventures were behind me. The truth is, they just look a little bit different now. If you're on a similar journey, I'd love to hear your story in the comments below. And if you'd like to see where the next trail leads, consider subscribing. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you.